Jimmy Choo shoe.
That was the best skit on
He
fucking
taught me.
Yo, when he said, who got your pussy all reupholstered? I was like, what?
He reupholstered my pussy.
I was like, yo.
Yo, Chris Rock is just fucking killing Amber Rose. Amber Rose.
The same one twist the head in the toy. This is the one with the bezel.
Yo, I'm not drunk yet. Think about this man. There we go. Levels is great right now. Levels is great. Levels is great. We checking sound check.
You're
What is that?
this nigga Embiid is wild. Yeah,
Sound check. 1 2 1 2. What is this? All the good names are taken. Keys was taking the poop. Smokey back there. Who's Smokey back there testing a shit? I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
Yo, but what the fuck? The West having a bye week? Why these niggas don't play today?
It's good. I'm back.
We here now. Microphone check. 1
bad,
2
we
1
live?
2. What is this? We alive, baby.
Live.
We alive, baby.
If he hit that,
Let's just dive into the song real quick.
I love this song. How do you make killing people sound so poetic?
niggas do it all the time.
No. This sounds like legit poetry.
This is for
Yeah, this is very deep.
He-
Very
he-
poetic.
he-
This is some shit you look out the window while it rains to.
Yeah, you made a double homicide sound so sexy.
Facts like, damn, I want to kill a couple
It's a
niggas.
good record. I give it up.
Actually, the song is not about homicide. It's about manslaughter.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true, because
Yeah.
it's on accident. Man,
Yeah.
Oh, the song is about manslaughter.
Yeah, the song is about
What
manslaughter.
happened was a double homicide.
No, if
Well, he says it in the song. He says it
he can say it, that doesn't mean it's true.
That's what it's about. What are you
Right,
gonna tell him what
if
it's
you
about?
didn't
But it's court
premeditate a
case.
murder,
No, it's court case.
is it a homicide? Is homicide murder,
Yes.
or is homicide simply killing somebody? Does manslaughter constitute as homicide?
Okay, yes. So when someone dies, it's a homicide.
And then murder, and then it can be classified
And
murder.
Yes.
premeditated.
Okay.
So yeah,
He's catching a
Tree diagram.
premeditated. He's getting a
a
bad one.
premeditated death penalty,
Yeah.
murder in the first degree.
Like
double
you
homicide.
planned to get rid of them niggas. You didn't actually.
Okay, that's it.
I need some sound effects like that.
Okay.
But here we go. Here we go.
Oh, God,
Welcome.
man.
It's your boy Roddy P.
Boy K Keys.
And you know, oh my bad. And it's your boy Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams in the building. All the names are taken. We got Siri in the audience today.
Hello.
What name we going
back
by? Is
again.
Siri the
Siri.
name we going by?
Yeah,
Siri.
we'll
We need
Siri.
Siri audience.
I wish Siri really had, like, my phone had your accent. Because the accent my phone has is ass. That ass. I wish my phone really sounded like Siri.
You can change it to
I'm
South
sure they have a
Africa.
black woman.
No. I checked that shit. I tried to change it to South Africa, and I'm thinking this bitch gonna sound like she's from Wakanda or something. She sound like a regular Rachel.
Well, because South Africa is white
Rachel.
people. So,
You sound like
Rachel from
Phoebe
South
from
Africa.
Friends. Yeah. Yeah.
to Ovid's geography teacher.
I'm thinking this bitch gonna sound like, you know what I'm saying?
Am I recording everything? Right now I'm recording things. We on Facebook. No, we're not on Facebook. I'm lying to you. We will be on YouTube.
Oh, somebody else with a poppin' African accent.
Me.
Nah, bro.
You don't even talk in your accent.
You don't talk like
I
that.
don't. Because it's too sexy for me. I can't.
So basically, you
Don't talk.
hate us.
Are you too sexy for yourself?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's how it is.
Your shirt too.
And my shirt, this fat ass shirt. Yo, that's the only problem with being on YouTube is that niggas really see how fat I am.
You're not even fat.
Yeah, we've been the
You're
fat
just
boys
you're
since
literally
we've been
just
doing
thick with 3 C's. There's a difference.
3 C's.
This nigga. You make Banana Republic look good, bro.
Anyway,
Is that a Banana Republic shirt?
this is a Forever 21 shirt. I do love Forever 21, shop Forever 21. I'm there every week and I purchase them every week because I love Forever 21. This is not an advertisement, I just love
They just got the
20.
the illest plug.
Yo, I walk out this bitch with like shirts for like $1. It'd be like it's like shopping at the Goodwill. You know, my mom used to like brag people like, oh, I got this from the Goodwill for $1. It never felt like a proper brag.
Right.
But like when I tell niggas I just came from the mall, I got mad bags at the mall, and then actually you balled out. Well, actually, All these shirts
Where do you
cost
stand
$1.
on that? Like some people brag about how inexpensive their things are, and then some people brag about how expensive their things are.
And it's true, my mother is 100% a bragger of inexpensive.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm
Mine's
never
the
gonna be a
opposite.
bragger. I'm never gonna be a bargain bragger. I'd rather just keep it to myself. Like I'm not ashamed of it, but I'd rather keep it. It's not something that's like bragging about getting a B.
But I think that's more fire though. Taking some inexpensive shit and then passing it off as some fly shit. You keep it quiet and niggas don't
that's
even
what
know.
she's doing.
It's
That's
not
what
about
she's
like
doing.
my mom legit would be like compliment the shit, please.
That's a nice shirt.
Oh, you like the shirt?
I loved it.
I got it for 25 cents.
Oh yeah.
At J.C. Penney's.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought them all. I bought every last one of them.
I
Let
gotta
me
get
tell
up
you
in
guys
there.
something. That is not bueno. Oh, that's the Spanish word of the day.
Bueno?
Bueno.
You
Bueno
have to tell me
means
something I
good.
don't already know.
All right, tell you what. Why don't you give me the entire catalog of
Of
words
words that
on
you-
Dora the Explorer, so I'll know which words you were already exposed to, and I'll give you other words.
Why she don't say swiper in Spanish?
Because there's no word in Spanish.
Yeah, the word swiper in Spanish. Oh, yeah, it's just not as catchy. Swiper, no swiping. I can see that. Ladrón, no ladronando. It doesn't sound as cool.
It does.
Yeah.
Ladrón.
It's a little long.
It's a
but
little
yeah.
long,
It's a little
and not
long.
everybody can roll their R's. You have to roll that R. Ladrón.
Ladrón.
Is there a different word when you don't roll the R? Because you know, sometimes like when you,
Ladrón, like you just sound like a gringo. She could have
Ransom.
called him pijo. Pijo is like a slang word for a thief. So pijo no pillando, that would have been cool.
That's kind of fly.
Yeah, that's kind of
Pijo.
fly.
Dora the Explorer
Pijo
was
no
so like
pillando.
unrealistic.
That would've been hard.
Because it
Yeah.
tells kids that you really can like stop someone doing bad by just addressing it. Like, hey, stealer, stop stealing.
But
If
you gotta say it 3 times.
If you say it 3 times, imagine like, rapist, no raping. Rapist, no raping.
Yeah.
Rapist, no
I'm
raping.
here, I got you.
Snap! I'm just gonna go home now. It doesn't work like that. It's setting kids up for failure.
People low key fuck with swiper. That's sad.
My name is Mustafa. I was hired to kill you. Where is Dr. Evil's secret volcano lair? That's what Swiper the Fox is.
But yeah, we were just playing the I don't even know his nigga's name.
Beetlejuice.
YNW
Melly. There we go. Murder on my mind.
Do you know what the YMW stand for?
It sounds like
I
a
do
gamer
not.
tag on some G shit.
I do not.
You know what? I bet you. Let's make a push-up bet.
Okay.
10 push-ups.
Okay.
Says that if I Google YNM Melly, that the YNM is like a gamer tag thing.
Okay.
What do you think the YNM is?
Why are you saying it's not M though?
This
Is it?
is a weird bet.
YNW.
Yeah.
It just sounds like some PlayStation
I was
shit.
like, what? I was
But
like,
that's, I would say more so because PlayStation forced you to do shit like that. Like, you got an acronym tag your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let
You
me
can't
see
put
what
it all
the
in your
fuck this
name.
shit
I don't know
stands
that.
I'm pretty. If it's
That bet a little
YN,
one-sided.
I'm pretty sure it sounds like young nigga wildin'.
or young niggas wealthy or some shit like that.
I'm prepared to believe that the first 2 letters in the acronym. I'm gonna buy a vowel. Young and. Oh, you know what? That's a South Park joke. Niggers.
What?
You never seen that?
I did.
You know what? Yo,
Hey, nigger guy.
YNW stands for You're Not Welcome.
Wow.
Okay. So that I guess that went for his friends too.
He's not a millennial. Cause
Yo.
you're it's with a U, not with a Y.
This guy.
You're not welcome, Nelly.
Let me see if this is a gamer tag.
Bro, no fucking way that's what it stands for. Did you get it on Wikipedia? You gotta fact check it. Go on his LinkedIn.
I am checking.
You checking his LinkedIn or his
I'm
social?
checking to see if I can find anything that supports his gamer tag thing.
Okay.
That's of course. It's
If I find any link that supports it, then it
You know
supports it.
YN Melly? YMW Melly.
I'm sorry?
You know YMW Melly?
It's true, everybody.
He's the guy that.
No, I'm just thinking about what everyone's thinking about this week.
Well, we have murder on our mind.
There's no me.
Well, we're
You know what? Perfect plug.
YN Melly and I.
I am murder on my mind.
Oh,
It looks like I'm about to do some push-ups.
Damn,
Why?
couldn't find a YNW tag?
And I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm looking for like clean push-ups, not them half your butt in the air,
No, chest got to
all
tap
the
the
way
floor.
down, all the
I
way
give you
up.
10. I give you 10 mil, Jones. that.
Chest tap the floor,
I
James?
can't see it, so I am about to do 10 push-ups because I should have
Man, that's
not.
kind of weak, bro. My nephew do 10 push-ups.
Well, we're not. This is a
Well, the belly's
podcast. It's an
10.
exercise.
Yeah, man.
Alright, I'll accept it, man. I'm just saying, you're a grown man.
Oh, you don't accept it?
I'll take 10. I'm just saying.
Nah, get them joints.
Grown man.
Get them right now.
Off camera.
Get them right now. Siri leak footage.
Okay, no,
Okay, that's solid.
That's clean. Yep. You gonna fuck your elbows up locking up like that, but I take that. These are clean. Nah, those are clean. No, respect. That was 10? That was 10. I respect it. Yeah, that was clean. No, that was clean.
I'm asking for mine in diamond next time.
I want straight
I'm gonna make
knuckles.
sure you lose your shit.
Hey! I want straight knuckles.
Wow, you're not welcome, Melly. I'm saying it like it. You're not welcome, Melly. So, in this dope ass song, it's a very catchy song.
That song is devilishly catchy.
Yeah,
It's a good
Like, it's the darkest song you ever gonna vibe out to.
Edgar Allan Poe was a
Yo,
rapper.
really, that was Edgar Allan Poe back at the trap house. Like, really.
I support him.
Yo,
That was like the telltale heart in rap form. Dead ass.
it turns out this this dark American classic potentially is a true story. They are charging him with, they're trying to give him the death penalty.
Right.
What state was this in?
Florida.
Oh, they do that in Florida?
Yo, apparently now they do it.
You know, it's ironic. Everything below the Bible Belt is like
Florida's its own country. They do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Florida different.
Texas like that too. Texas.
No, but Texas is across the board. You feel me?
They kind of know what, I feel like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
with
Texas.
Florida
It doesn't
will make
matter-
up some shit.
It doesn't matter what
Just
color
because they
you
don't
are,
like your ass.
Like Skeeter is green. Skeeter is getting the death penalty just like Patty Mayonnaise, who is yellow, just like Doug, who is white. They're all getting the death penalty. Florida.
Why was Doug the only white person? Everybody the fuck else was like an obscure color. You don't color humans.
But yeah, it's like
BB Bluffington was like aquamarine.
I'm trying to tell you, y'all remember everybody's name.
Mr. Dick was
That was
purple.
I didn't pull that out of a hat. I didn't remember that. BB Bluffington. I'm out here.
Mr. Dink was fucking purple. Very expensive. The first stunner.
I do 10 push-ups right now if you know Doug Funny's middle name.
Yancey.
Push-ups.
Give me them shits.
Push-ups for the boys.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we crossed the.
3,
We crossed the.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we here now. We here, baby.
baby.
We here,
I don't
baby.
plan on doing none of them.
Don't put no headset.
Not a
Yo,
one.
but anyway, it's wild that you're trying to get this in your death penalty. What do you think? Like, are you familiar with what do you think this nigga should get? Let's take into consideration. Let's say he did this shit.
Okay. I don't believe in like.
He
jail
sacrificed
shit.
his 2 friends for the Illuminati. He didn't get into the Illuminati. He said, "Hey, constantly surprised. We'll give you a hit song." So he didn't get Illuminati. He said he gave him a hit song. That's a fucked up trade, but hey, not every application gets accepted. So.
Well, see, all right. So I will throw in the little disclaimer. Apparently, the song was done years ago.
Yes.
Before this shit happened.
And
So
the
they
Illuminati
are trying to use this shit against them. But technically, when his friends was alive and they was cool,
The song is actually about something he made in jail for when he was a
he
teenager.
made this song.
The Illuminati was like, hey,
So I get
that
that.
song was
Yeah.
not pretty
Yeah.
catchy. That song was pretty catchy.
Get rid of them now.
I need you to do that
You're with
shit.
us.
You're with us.
That dude really be wild.
Hey, yo,
Shit on that
hit
nigga.
me up on
Wow,
Instagram.
That type of shit happens every day. For real.
They
You
do hit you up on Instagram every day.
know what I'm saying?
I've had 2 Illuminati offers in the past 2 months.
Yo, do you know the Illuminati handshake? Did they teach you the 5-minute handshake?
A 5-minute. I don't want to learn a 5-minute handshake.
Bro, everybody, everybody has a 5-minute. Bloods have a 5-minute
5-minute
handshake.
handshake.
You know, when you meet somebody, you
5
have a little-
minutes. Is it the
Oh, it's
exaggerated 5
exaggeration.
minutes? Oh yeah,
Because it was an actual 5-minute
I'm
handshake.
not dapping
Like,
nobody up for
What
5
you-
minutes.
what you- what you guys like?
Part of the handshake. Shit's
It's like
like
legit, like, yo, we sitting there having a conversation, like, yo, girl, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Siri,
chilling,
how you been?
we chilling, we chilling, wait, yeah, picky lock, you know, hey, boo, you know, what's good? It's good. And I be seeing like, in the world of battle rap, like niggas legit would be like,
5
say a
minutes of
hot
that.
bar, and then turn around and hit these niggas with the. Yo, are you telling me that
niggas, yo, bro, niggas, niggas play basketball, nigga hit a jump shot,
Piece your homies properly.
Go to the bench and do a handshake for the rest of the quarter. yo, I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie, them teams be lit though. Teams that got the
bench for everybody else.
Oh, and I didn't drink.
They got cooties. 112 Booger Avenue.
What is that?
Got my cootie shot.
Right, it's nasty.
I got cooties.
Shit, I need a new cup. I can't drink this.
I don't
have
got
to drink
cooties.
your shit.
Y'all got cooties.
You got cute.
I didn't ask
you kiss girls.
Today. You good?
You kiss girls?
Not today.
You go to festivals?
No.
But have you kissed?
Oh my God!
Nah, you got.
Is that in our conversation?
We'll talk about that later.
No, we'll talk about that now.
You be kissing
that
girls.
was either the greatest segue.
You like girls? I seen you.
Yo, so
I seen you.
did you hear that there was a herpes outbreak at Coachella?
How does that even work?
Believable.
Yo.
Sharing blunts and such.
So,
that,
you know what?
that's how it works.
You just destroyed all of my mindset of where I was going with that.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Because sharing blunts is very possible.
You think people was just out there just wilding out?
Just wilding out,
Wilding the
just
fuck
raw
out.
monkey, just boom, 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 everything they
Wow.
saw. Yo,
Raw monkey. Yeah. Heard you.
that's how you would describe the spreading of herpes, right? It's raw monkey. Somebody really cares about it. Yo, for the 2 days,
Really, nigga?
for the 2
Monkeys. We gave you all this money for research. That's the best you can come up with.
Look, for the record, last week Roddy tried to get at us. Me and Ovid for not going to festivals. And now this week,
it's festival.
him and his festival goers are out here on some outbreak shit.
Yeah.
Hey yo,
Ruining people's
for
lives.
the 2-day weekend in Coachella, they had each day was recorded in around average 250 new cases being reported of herpes.
250
Each day.
Or each day for 2 days.
For 2 days.
So that's 500. Is that what constitutes
an outbreak?
An outbreak?
Because normally in that area there was like they have an average in that summertime period of 13 per day.
So 13 a day.
I feel like you should have an average of that. That's just something that should be the average.
So apparently, herpes is like the common cold. Everybody
wow.
gets it. But yeah, 250 per day.
Damn, the
Like,
clinic
yo,
gotta be hiring.
Yeah, that's wild. like how much?
You need a job.
How much
the
raw
clinic
monkey
is
sex is
hiring.
happening?
That's
That-
nasty.
That's disgusting.
Yo, that means like Coachella is where dreams may come true for the young virgin man who doesn't mind having a few bumps.
Who doesn't mind fucking up his whole life for one nut?
You don't really fuck up your whole life.
And just until you die.
Nigga,
No,
Nothing.
you just have like an outbreak. What? Once
you
a
gonna be
year?
on Cialis
Once your life?
mingle, nigga? Like, nah, man, come on.
Apparently, like I think it's like 1 in every 20 people have herpes. It's like you walk past.
Nah, alright, nah, that's a little different.
Let me Google it.
That's a little different with that
Let me check.
1 in 20. They got the simplex. Nah, herpes, nigga. This was a herpes out. It's herpes.
Does it
It's
say herpes?
herpes. You know what I mean?
Okay, so 2 out of every 3 people.
This nigga dunked it?
That's
You are
wild.
doing a podcast right
Sorry.
now.
So 3.7 billion
That's what Ovid
people
does.
have herpes, and 2 out of every 3 people under the age of 50 have herpes simplex 1, more commonly known as the oral herpes.
Oil?
Oral.
Oral.
Like cold sores.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So
I'm scared.
So out of every 3 people you meet, 2 of them have herpes in some form or another. That's wild.
That's 66% of the people I meet.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well,
But it's herpes, and it's herpes.
It's herpes right now.
nigga, when you say it like that, herpes sounds like some shit that like
Anybody.
it's life. It's like nigga sneezing.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
66% means that if you don't have herpes, you're actually in the minority. Something's wrong with you. You're an outcast.
Niggas like, you got herpes? You corny as hell. You can't hang with us.
You
All right,
know,
so-
it's like how people expect teeth to be like platinum white, but a dentist will tell you nah, like teeth is really like kind of yellow. like naturally yellow.
Yeah,
So
like
everyone
that.
expects people to be like super duper clean, but in all reality, nah, niggas have a little herpes. Life is
That sounds crazy.
That's what you just told me, nigga. 66%, 2/3.
Yo, where's
2/3.
That's wild. That is dumb.
Imagine missing 2/3 of your check. 1/3 of your check, you'll be like, you know what? All right, maybe I'm off. But if you're missing 2/3 of your check, that's a huge chunk.
You're gonna fuck some shit up.
Something
2/3
is
of your
up.
check.
2/3 is a huge chunk, bro. It's not like a quarter.
And that's from the Washington Post. So
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Is that like Washington, Seattle, or Washington?
Washington State. Washington State or DC Post.
No, it's Washington Post.
I realized the other day that the Washington Nationals or like the Washington Wizards were not from
Washington State.
Washington State. Yeah, I really thought it was Washington
Nah, you
State.
tripping, bro.
I'm dead ass. Because I'm like, why you ain't call them the Baltimore Wizards or the Maryland Wizards?
Because it's the Washington. That's why they're the Nationals. Because it's the Nationals. It's the
Yeah,
National
I didn't do that. I didn't
I can
realize
get
that.
it.
Shout out to my
I
cousin.
really didn't get that.
Shout out to my cousin Justin,
Oh,
Nationals
flex.
baseball player.
Now
That's my
Flex.
nigga.
What's his name? Justin Keys.
Nigga name is Justin.
What's his last name?
Nigga name is
I want to buy his
Justin.
jersey.
Nigga name is Justin. You don't want to buy a jersey.
Is he
I
whack?
ain't gonna tell me. I
Just say he's trash.
They're not selling it.
Just say he's trash.
They're not selling it for the Nationals no more. That's my nigga. He's nice.
That's fucking up. Like,
His last name is Maxwell.
Oh,
That's
Maxwell.
You got fuck with baseball? Have you played baseball?
No, but my brothers, my family, they're
Would I
good
play
at
baseball?
Yeah, would you play baseball?
Absolutely. Baseball's dope. It's
You
just-
look like you'd be a great first baseman.
I don't think it's a diss or what, but
Yeah, nah, you'd be a great
African
first
niggas
baseman.
play baseball?
no, we don't.
No,
It's
soccer.
You
Soccer.
wildin'. There's plenty of African niggas that play baseball.
More Africans
See?
play soccer than baseball.
Oh, you're not.
I'll
I'm
put
saying.
money on
He
that.
just said no. I didn't say that.
I would say like baseball is not something that we run
Baseball.
out.
He
Yeah,
said best ball.
baseball is not something.
Nah,
that,
I'm glad you ain't called me out on that because if you didn't hit me with the name one, I can't think of one African last name.
yeah.
I just thought of mad dark skin niggas. I'm like, nah.
All the dark
That's
skin ones.
McClutchin, yeah.
So it's like it's not a like we talked yesterday. Like that's not a sport that like baseball requires money. And for
All sports. We said that last week.
except for soccer. Soccer's the only sport that really
Soccer and basketball.
Soccer and basketball don't require any
Well,
sport.
basketball was invented by people with money.
Buy people money, yeah.
Yeah, soccer, I can jack that it wasn't. Because I can see that being an ancient thing.
Yeah.
I can see niggas kicking the
People
ball
kicking the
before
ball,
dribbling
yeah.
this shit.
I can see that forever. I can see that. I'm saying, if people had the creativity to roll empty tires down the street, 2 kids could kick a ball
Back and forth.
back and forth.
Yeah.
But basketball is probably something that officially started in a like a sports
In the
club.
facility,
Yeah,
yeah.
the facility.
Somebody
yeah.
with money for something.
Actually.
Because who
Oh,
was it?
Oh,
Okay.
audience, what's that?
You gonna ask Siri?
It was like I want to say he was like a white teacher.
He was a white something.
Yeah, he was.
He created it for his students, like
Yeah.
for them to get exercise and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So.
Dr. Naismith.
Yeah, that's
Like
it.
imagine the
Ball.
first black dude playing basketball. I think it was all whites first.
Yeah, of course.
So like oh yeah,
Shorts
yeah.
mad high.
Yeah, dribbling the court goes, hey.
No
And the black
crossovers.
guy's like, hey, yo, I could do that.
I like that.
I
like
Yeah,
that.
let me play that. And the white guy's like, sorry, nigger. This takes the utmost of coordination.
Coordination.
You can't
Couldn't
possibly.
possibly fathom the complexity between walking and dribbling and bouncing this ball and looking up. You can't handle this thing.
First thing hit it with the crossover, like, what are you doing?
Nah, there's no crossovers. Don't even front.
Nah, the crossovers
Nigga,
is
there was
weak.
nobody. Yo, you ever watched the 1950s basketball?
That was
game?
like, push it to your other head.
Bro, these niggas dribbled with the same hand. They would dribble up court from one basket to the other basket.
Because the
And then
shorts
if-
was too high, man.
And if they were on one wing, if they was on the left wing and they wanted to go to the right wing, they would literally go around the whole arc with the ball in the same hand. They wouldn't cross over. They would
Niggas
go
ain't had no swag.
literally, bro. There was no
And,
between the leg.
and imagine like the first, because you know the first nigga to play basketball is mad athletic. So it's like he's jumping and he's at the rim, but Duncan's not in the thing yet.
It's not a thing.
No,
So
he's making
at the
the
rim and he's like, you know what?
That nigga's in the process of
And then
making the
And
rules.
then he fucking shoots it into the rim that's right there for his face. He's like, I'm right here. Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy probably learned the game on a playground with like niggas that have no fathers people would. I mean, there was a lot of crack and stuff going on. So the black.
It was nah, we not gonna do that. Come on.
Not crack, but niggas was something.
There was hardships.
It was something.
Let me find out Dr. Naismith was a crackhead.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Not crack, but like something. Niggas was twisted on something.
No, my nigga was just like
There was something in the
I feel like
streets.
niggas kept it simple. Like, I mean, y'all can't jump up here and just drop it in the hole, but bitch, I can. So,
Nah.
you said we supposed to do that, I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna jump anyway.
White guy on
You
the
got
planet
nothing.
that's tall and could jump up there. I think that them niggas was just, they learned the game in a safe facility while the black guy learned the game in the hood.
Getting elbowed in the nose.
Getting elbowed in the nose, for real. These
No
guys.
foul, no foul.
Real.
You know what's fucked
concrete.
up?
You know how different it is playing basketball on concrete to that hard leather, the hardwood. You jump accidentally on the basketball court. Nigga, concrete, when you go up for a rebound and you land on your feet, you feel it in your
It's
knees,
different
my
rules
nigga.
for different surfaces.
Hey, yo, but
That's a
time
fact.
Facts.
In the hood, you get fouled, right?
Ain't no
They
foul.
say, no blood, no foul. But when you're actually bleeding, and they hit you with that little pussy shit.
Yeah, like a bitch.
Niggas holding fouls.
That's a fact. Like your shit not even bleeding.
Yeah, like, yo, so what is the threshold for a foul?
Not nigga, don't call foul, nigga.
Bro, you gonna
keep
turn
that
around?
shit, make the
But
shot,
then,
talk shit.
don't
That's
let it
what
be
you
the
gotta
last.
do.
Don't let it be like game point.
Nah, it's a wrap. I'm
Like
calling
15,
all fouls.
15.
I'm calling all
And
fouls.
I steal the ball clean. The nigga foul.
Nah, you gotta win
Come on, man,
you gotta miss. We gotta miss, nigga.
That ball, nigga, you foul me. No, what?
Many fights happen right after this. Nigga drop to the rack, you hear this.
Oh man, that's
You
real shit.
stomping in your yard and shit.
You all bruised up. What you mean, what foul, nigga? Like, you done hit me with a whole fish hook.
Nigga legitimately need first aid.
Yeah,
You just like,
Are you
nah,
familiar with that
And now
term?
I
Fish
got
hook?
murder
You ever
on
fish
my
hook the
mind.
nigga?
No, I haven't. That sounds like some.
Now I'm about to say, is that John?
Yeah,
Okay,
some real
alright.
old school fight nigga
Yeah,
shit.
that's some
It sounds like
fucking,
some gang.
that's some ignorant Irish.
Gangs
That definitely sounds like some
Drunk
West Side
bars.
Story.
That was some
Yeah.
gangster New York
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Did you see
exactly.
Yo, that movie was
That's
real,
why I
bro.
said Irish drunk
Yeah,
shit.
that's exactly what that was.
Facts.
Yeah. I watched that movie
I got
like
the
5
same
times a day.
shit.
I saw a video the other day. Should I show y'all?
You seen the video of the nigga getting jumped for his drop top?
No, I saw a video of a nigga in South Street. So, yeah, all right. Actually, I don't know how big this shit. We are in South Jersey, so we're like, 10 minutes from Philly, real spit.
Nigga said 10 minutes.
Nah, that's
We are 32
When
minutes.
20,
10 minutes
no,
from the
we're
bridge,
25
nigga,
plus.
It's 32 minutes.
All right,
Exactly.
we 20. Yeah, let's say we 25 plus.
Niggas want to
Speed,
call me
you
out
might
and
be
shit. We're 32 minutes
Wow.
from door to door from here to South Street.
Yeah.
So anyway, South
Right.
Street is this big part in Philly. I saw this video of this nigga getting stomped out in Philly.
Recently?
Very recent. I got it I can show you, but it's wild.
It's getting hot.
This nigga got, not only did he get jumped by massive amounts of people, but after they jumped him, they pulled his dick out.
Okay, that's what's going on.
It looked like it was in front of pin setters.
It was.
I seen that, John.
Yo.
They did him filthy.
My nigga.
They jumped him and then pulled
And
his
he
dick
did-
out.
And then pantsed him. And then
Oh,
pulled
and
the
they
pants.
pantsed him.
No, like not even his ankles. Like they pulled the pants off of him.
Here's
So
the
he's you know you knock that you fight in the air.
Yeah.
He's fighting the air with his dick out.
Okay.
But-
Yo, my nigga
That's
shoots
embarrassing.
me.
But my thing is,
Don't do that to me. Shoot me.
You
I would
don't-
much rather.
you don't see that happening. You just see the end and you're like, yo, how did he get naked?
Yo,
That's how it happens.
Imagine you getting jumped.
It's
right?
just
boom, boom,
like-
boom, you curled up, boom, 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 and then out of the left, left peripheral, you hear, "Put a nigga dick out." Like,
What?
Nah. If I'm hitting you and you say that, I'll probably stop hitting you. I'm dead ass. You like, oh, here it comes. Alright,
you be like, you don't put my dick out.
I'll probably stop fucking hitting
I don't
you.
think that was the command though. I don't think
No, it just happens. I don't know. It's some weird. It's always a weird nigga in the
Yo,
that
that
make
would be.
you end up fucking naked out of nowhere. When it all clears, you don't have no clothes on.
White people
That shit,
always
wow.
say-
How does that happen?
The white guy at my job always says how he would avoid fights is when people wanted to fight him, he would start stripping.
Okay, I
Like,
see.
leave him alone.
I see.
I wouldn't
That's
fight
dead
him.
ass. So
That
dead
would work.
ass.
I mean,
If
that would
I'm
work for
getting-
me.
If I'm getting jumped,
Sorry, whatever.
if I'm getting jumped, I'm getting manhandled. I could see how I would do it. that wouldn't be the first thing that comes to my mind. But if it did, and you're a sick individual, while you're getting beat up, you just scream out, "Pull my dick out!" Like they might.
It's like, nah, you might be crazy. I probably shouldn't be hitting you. You kind of crazy. I probably need to leave you
It's
alone.
the craziest defense mechanism. Hey, pull my dick out, please.
That shit's crazy.
Nigga, what
Nah, you could say you got diarrhea. No one's gonna bother you if you got diarrhea.
I don't know. A nigga might hit you again just to make you shit
That
out yourself. How would you
that strikes.
I probably hit you again. I'm putting so hard and shit on myself.
Yeah, I put it so much shit on myself.
Nah, I hit you again. You say I got diarrhea. I'm
Really, people
I'll fucking give you the illest body.
That's
shot.
the illest.
You say
So
that.
if a nigga got diarrhea, you gonna punch him in the stomach?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You should have said that.
Like if we had the scrap already,
You shouldn't have said
prior
that.
to the scrap, you like, yo, I got diarrhea, my nigga. I'm fading you.
I'm not gonna fight a nigga with diarrhea, my nigga.
Nah.
It's like you having fucking glasses.
Yo, bro, back in
You wouldn't hit a guy with
back in
glasses.
Shakespeare's time, niggas used to die from diarrhea. Dead ass. Back
That
in
a fact?
Yeah, back in Shakespearean time, like in Elizabethan times, niggas would die from diarrhea.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah. It's a
Oh, yeah.
fact.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Super
fact.
So
Damn.
just take that
You
shit
get
serious.
dehydrated.
My nigga,
Right, right.
Your insides are dry.
You feel me?
But hey, how do you feel about the
How
death
do you
penalty?
die from shitting? Like you just taking the shit and that was it. Like
The
you
death
just shit
penalty.
your
How do
whole
you feel
life
about it? How do
away.
you feel death penalty?
I mean,
I'd rather die from diarrhea
What?
than the
I
death
don't know.
penalty.
I think I'd
Oh
rather.
no, but to answer your question, bro, I don't even like the concept of jail.
Okay.
Tell me about it. How does society punish offenders then?
That's a good question. I don't immediately have the alternative, but I do recognize that people are sick.
so you think it should be jail for some and rehab for
I don't
others?
know about jail, bro, because if my nephew got caught cut in school, that would be the equivalent to breaking the law. He did something wrong, right? My nephew was caught in school. My sister calls me concerned about what to do about it. Yo, I gotta punish him. I gotta And I said to her, if you punish him, the mentality you're gonna create in this man is not to not do it again. Naturally, you punish a 16-year-old kid, his mentality is, how do I not get caught? So what you're actually gonna do is make a more professional criminal.
You know, I do agree with that. And that's what happens. I do believe that when you do go to prison, you come out
With a PhD.
You're a more efficient criminal
Yeah.
than if you went in.
Yeah.
But
Now, is
I
that
do-
because of the environment, or is that because that's how it's literally designed?
It's both because not
Or
only
is it because they're actually trying to not let you come out of prison?
No,
doing
so
it?
because here's my thing.
Whatever
is-
crime you committed was a sickness. If you walk into my store and you stole something, bro, you have kleptomania.
Just automatically kept.
Well, what do you rather me call you a criminal and send you to jail, or you rather me look at you like you have a condition where you couldn't help yourself from stealing something, and maybe you just need
But
to
not
do it.
every. But some
Maybe
crimes
you should
are
just have some
attached to
patience.
necessity. Some are crimes of necessity.
Like what?
Some
So okay, you
if I
came
steal
and
from
stole.
your store,
Here's
Alright,
another one.
alright,
You came into my
perfect.
store and you stole.
Perfect
You're
was
poor.
stealing. Perfect was stealing.
So again, I'm gonna throw you in jail because you're poor. That's still another avenue for me to help you.
So
rather than punish you,
So do
what
I
you
need
need is help.
So do I need to be in rehab
You need some
because
kind of help.
I'm poor, or do I need a couple dollars so I don't have to rob your ass?
Well, no, I'm not gonna give you a couple dollars because if I give you fish, you're gonna be hungry again.
But the
I'll
only thing,
teach you how to fish.
but the only thing I'm saying is that I'm not necessarily a kleptomaniac.
You may not be a
Like, I wouldn't
kleptomaniac.
necessarily steal from you,
You
if
need
I can
help
get some
though.
food.
The point is you need help.
All right, so
If you stole from
but
me,
that
you
help
need help.
varies in different
I
types
do
of
my
Right, and one way or the next you need help.
Best.
I will
So,
say-
so if you murder somebody, any crime you commit, one way or the next, you can look at that human not like a criminal and go, yo, bro, you just need help.
I kind of fuck with how England did it 16th century. I'm making up a time period, but
Is it Elizabethan?
If I fuck around, be Elizabethan.
they took all of the violent criminals
Yeah.
and
That's
they,
yeah.
and they shipped them out.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Shipped
that's
them like
how
where?
Australia was founded. Australia's
Oh,
actually
wow.
a prison colony.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's why they're all tough. You know, Foster's Australian for beer. Like they're all tough because that whole continent of white people that were shipped there
It's a bunch of convicts.
were all the heinous of convicts from England.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Tough
news
ass
for
nigga.
me.
That's deep.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep, bro.
I do snap effects, too.
Yeah, I do feel that
So that like Australia is like Sparta.
pretty much mixed with Aboriginals
Yeah.
who are like Spartans.
Wow. That's tough.
But yeah, so I do feel that like there are some instances when you do need to be removed from society in
Right.
some facet.
And from
Like formal, like serial rapists.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just can't contain yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do know that there are more people at risk.
Right.
More women in here, more vulnerable women, more vulnerable children, more vulnerable men, that you just can't exist here, so I need to send you somewhere.
Yeah.
So I do understand the institute of prison. It's just that we don't need to be sending everybody to prison.
Nah, not for dumb shit.
Yeah.
Well, again, you said
like
prison.
we.
Yeah.
You have to set
Suspended
you
fucking
said prison
license.
again. A serial rapist has to go to prison.
A serial rapist needs to be removed from society.
They need to be isolated.
So
in some way, shape, or
so I
form.
would ask you this: you find punishment as positive reinforcement for behavior?
It's not punishment, because I'm not really worried about punishing
Prison is
you.
punishment.
It is a form of punishment.
Because you're not necessarily getting help in prison. That's the when
Yeah.
you say prison, you're going to be in a cell. You ever been to jail before?
I have been to jail before.
You've been to jail.
Absolutely.
You in a cell, bro. You're not getting
Yeah,
help.
But what I'm
Your
talking about,
condition is not
but
improving.
In my perfect world, let's just not call it prison. Let's just call it removing from society.
Okay, so don't say prison no more.
Yeah, isolation.
Yeah, we'll define what this removed from society is eventually.
Okay.
But you know the
Why
the
is
welfare
not help you the reflex? Why
Because
is
right
me
now-
helping you not the reflex?
because we have to find out how to help you. But right now,
But that's not what your word is. That's not what your narrative is.
Yeah,
Your
no, the narrative is first.
I had to check you and say prison and get it out the system.
Yeah, so
now
yeah.
we're on just removing you, but you still have not, as a reflex,
Because-
said this person.
So you don't
because-
feel like anybody
I
should be
got an
quarantined.
answer. I got an
I-
answer.
Whether they're sick or not.
I just feel like the reflex answer should be help. If
Okay.
quarantine is the next statement, you know what? Because I worked with people with disabilities, right? And when you were in training, they train you to say people with disability, not disabled person. Because even in your own brain, you put the disability before the person. You're dehumanizing the person. So they train you to speak in terms of people with disability. Put the person first. So when you say things like prison or removing, I'm going, but you're going immediately to how. You're not even
I got a
acknowledging
quarantine, yeah.
that person
And here's
needs
my
help.
answer for that. Look.
Help first.
So
Say
here's my,
help
hold
and
on,
then how.
let me answer because
Go
it's
ahead.
directed to me. So let's take this in a point like zombies.
Okay.
So the offender is now a newly created zombie.
Okay.
So I have two options.
Okay.
I can focus on how do I make you not a zombie,
Okay.
or I can say, hey, first, let me make sure that no one else turns into a zombie, and then I, Robert Neville, and focus on how to possibly help you.
Now we're back to what I just said. Which
No, we
is
are,
you
because
you
no.
dehumanized the
No,
person.
no,
You
but-
just called them a zombie.
No, but-
you are now. You've
but I'm-
done something.
No, but I'm trying to make you understand that my first is
You're
my,
already
hold on.
How can you want me to
No, I'm not.
understand
Hold on.
the
Hold on.
dehumanizing
Let me
point?
answer. Let me answer because firstly, I'm worried about society as a whole. There
Yeah.
are more people
Yeah.
that may be hurt by this one individual.
Yeah.
So I need to.
Who is now a zombie?
No. Okay. So let's not say zombie, but period. Whatever.
You're equal. You
Regardless
you
of what
wanna-
you call them, they're different than the
whatever
greater
they,
good.
whatever,
No matter what you call them,
whatever
they're
we
different from
label
the
them,
rest.
Yeah.
they are a danger to more people. More people.
Yeah.
If I leave you, if I sit here and leave it as is,
Yeah.
more people are going to be hurt.
Right.
So first, you need
So
to remove
once
the offending
this
issue.
person
Is
committed
removed,
a-
then I can help you.
Before I get there, once this person was part of society, and now they've committed an act that makes them instantly not part of society, and your concern is society.
Yes, society is the
Right.
issue.
So this person did something, and now he's no longer part of society. You're no longer society.
Not for now.
Until I fix you,
That's terrible.
because I'm.
That's
Is it?
terrible. That
Right.
sounds a lot like the situation we're in America
Yeah,
as
'cause
brown people.
I was a teacher.
Someone looked at us and said, you know what? This is a group, and these people are not that group.
I can't say that that's the same.
I was a teacher.
Okay.
All right, so here's the difference. Here's why.
So
that's
me
not,
looking,
Here's
imagine if I looked at you
No, hold on,
guys
hold on,
not
let
like
me say
humans. Imagine
that.
if I looked at you guys not like humans.
Here's why I feel like that's not the same.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's the same because when we're talking about law and breaking the law,
Mhm.
me and you are on equal footing technically, right?
Okay,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm a person right now
Okay.
until I break the law.
Okay.
You're a person right now
Okay.
until you break the law.
Okay.
But as far as black people, like you said,
Yeah.
you're slaves, you're not a part of human being society.
Okay.
I ain't do shit.
Okay.
You just don't like the way I look, so
Okay.
I'm not a part of human society.
Okay.
I haven't done anything at all.
Okay.
So I feel like those are two different things because I have to invoke an action to separate myself from society
Okay.
as opposed to just being born coming out my mom's pussy and niggas be like, oh, you too dark, you're not a part of society.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't invoked anything to make you remove me from society.
Let me give it.
So breaking the law, I have to invoke something to say, okay, I thought you was, but
Okay.
you're not like us now.
Okay.
So I feel like one started on equal footing and the other one was already predestined.
I have
You see that?
actual like.
I see what
experience.
you're saying. I still disagree.
So
Okay.
prior to my
I'm just saying that's why I feel like that's a little
prior to my
different.
current role in employment,
Okay.
in society, I was a teacher.
Okay.
So I taught first grade. So I
Okay.
had a spitter and a hitter.
Okay.
So I had a child who was now spitting and hitting the other girls in his class.
Okay.
So you have two options. I can leave this child in the class while he is continuously spitting and hitting other kids. Now, everyone's being affected. Or you can remove the kid from class while isolated, try to understand why he's spitting and hitting,
Okay.
try to rectify that issue, so that once it's rectified, he can return to class.
Yeah.
But if I just try to work on him while he's in class, kids continuously get spit and hit on.
Right.
Is it fair for the other kids, for their rights to be left alone, to be like me, ignore those rights because I'm focusing on the one person who needs attention? Or should I be, I consider as a teacher to be fair to say, hey, I will remove the offensive thing that is here. Not saying he's a thing, but the spitting and the hitting is a thing. It's an action. So I will remove the offensive reaction from the classroom. Now everyone can be safe
So
and
that's
secure, and then I can work on the isolated incident.
right. So you.
But if I leave him in class, because I don't know how to fix you, I can only try to fix you. So while I'm attempting to fix you while you're in class, you're still hitting and spitting everybody.
Yeah.
So let's put this in now adult perspective.
Okay.
You are a male rapist.
no, I'm not.
I'm just saying,
Can I be something
you're
else?
a male rapist.
Yeah,
We are a room of males.
I'm the male thief. We gonna go back to.
You want to be a murderer, bro?
Nope, I don't murder. I take some shit. Let's put it that way.
Alright, yo.
I take shit.
You're
You guys
a
are
male
robbers.
klepto.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are-
a
you're
No,
klepto.
not klepto, because that's a psychological condition.
Okay.
Let's talk about
That's where
robbery.
you
That's
can't
a
help.
criminal.
Every once in a while, I take some shit.
Yeah.
If I see it there,
You're a
I'm
serial.
swiping.
You're a
for it.
serial.
I'm swiping.
You're a serial house.
You're a ladrón,
Yeah.
a pillo.
I'm
a serial
I'm
pedo.
You're a serial pejo.
El serial pedo.
So I could.
Did Dora teach you that? Spanish word? Pillo.
So you're a serial pejo.
You want me to tell
I
you
could
the
say,
story?
hey,
I got you.
hey, Paul is a serial pejo.
Okay.
Let's just work on, while we're trying to help Paul in this issue, you're still getting robbed. You're still getting robbed. I'm still getting robbed.
I'm shooting niggas at this point because y'all just like,
Now society de-escalates. Because now, while we're trying to help Paul and he's still robbing us, now we're like, fuck this nigga. Next time this nigga comes to my house,
You stuck.
Now-
you stuck between
Now
that part.
we're
Like, no, he just needs help to stop stealing. It's like,
but
no,
it'd be a
nigga,
lot
my $50 is
easier.
missing.
Yeah.
Prison may not be Prison may not be the answer.
Your analogy has a fundamental flaw. I'll let you rock the whole time. I'm not gonna go in deep in it.
No,
but,
I'd like to,
But
we're
I'll
here
let
now.
you go because you said the magic word. You were not trying to help Paul. And even in your analogy, when you were the teacher and there was a spitter, you never in that entire, and you can go back and listen to it, you never said the word help at any point in time in that story.
I said rectify though.
Help and rectify is two different things.
rectify
I get
is
what-
to correct.
I get what
Rectify
he's
is
saying.
Correct. You never said help.
I get what he's saying.
You dehumanize the person every time.
But I feel like.
I don't feel like
If there was a
recognizing there's a flaw is always necessarily dehumanizing.
So what's the difference between helping someone fix a problem
And
and
correcting
correcting
issues?
Right, you have to recognize that
Ready?
the flaw is there.
I'm ready.
You have to acknowledge the person as a person first.
You're automatically saying he's sick. He may not be sick.
No, you are sick. If you do something wrong, that is your natural human instinct to do wrong.
Now this is a weird
That's
space
a
to be in.
sickness.
This is a
That's a sickness.
That's a weird
bro.
space to be in. Yeah.
That's a sickness. Anything that I do wrong is my natural sickness.
Here, ready?
Yeah.
You have the
If
will of choice, right?
I came into your
you
house.
have free will, correct?
Yeah.
Can you not just choose to do whatever the fuck you want to do?
Do I choose to get a cold?
That's a sickness.
That's a
virus.
sickness. That's
But
a sickness.
I can choose to knock this cup out your hand.
Yeah, you
That's-
can't choose. All right,
that's not a sickness.
let's go down that. If you choose to knock this cup on my hand, what would that be? Would that be a you would find that to be a sane thing to do, to just knock it out my hand?
Yeah,
for
I
no
could just
reason?
be a dickhead.
So you could be a dickhead. You don't think
Dickhead's not a sickness.
You don't think being obnoxious is a sickness? You don't
No.
think there's something wrong with you if you're obnoxious?
Not at all.
I do. I think something was wrong in your grow up. Someone didn't teach you that personal space and politeness is a thing. It's
So
a
how do
way
you
of
explain
life.
comics? Are they sick?
Who? Comics? Comics run around and smack people.
But comics touch on inappropriate, sensitive things.
So are
things
you
that
asking me?
normal
Are you asking me if
It's common-
sicknesses are there sicknesses in life that people accept? Like, are you like motherfuckers with a death wish who run around tight-roping, or people who smoke cigarettes? You don't think
You smoke weed, right?
that? You don't
Is
think
that a
that's
sickness?
Yeah, that's a sickness, bro. Yeah. I willfully know that intaking smoke into my lungs is not good for my body. Yet I'm doing it anyway.
That's an addiction. That's a sickness.
That's ill. That's
So then
illness.
technically,
Yeah.
all of society is sick. And something like that.
Yes. Now
So
we're
then who
there.
is not sick?
Bro, no one is not sick. So once you recognize that we're all sick, once somebody does something OD, your first instinct should be, he's just a little sicker than I am. His sickness is a little deeper.
So what sickness is status quo? How am I to decide that my sickness is
Me
less
not
important than
smacking your cup
sickness?
out of your hand because I have anxiety, bro. I be wanting to punch people in the face. Sometimes, bro, I'm around people and they talk a certain way, and I really want to punch them in the face. It would be sick of me to act on that impulse because it wouldn't be. That's a violation of personal space.
So then
You
you
don't
should
have to
hold on.
punch
Here's the
people
vegan.
in the face.
The vegan
Well, what you said right there, you at the same time you say you can consciously think that, hey, that's sick of me to punch some people in the face, but then at the same time you want to say, hey, the person that does punch somebody in the face, they're just a little sick. You don't feel like there's a disconnect there?
You don't think they had less control? You don't think?
So at the same time, we're still acknowledging that there's something wrong.
There's something wrong, yeah.
Right.
But my point is,
I think you got more people where it go how we go about the wrong as opposed to acknowledging the wrong.
However you go about it after, your first point is to humanize them. In every scenario you guys made, you dehumanize the person once they committed an act, as if though all your acts are okay.
But I don't want to explain. I didn't want to go into this deeper for your explanation.
That's pretty deep. I still disagree with that too. And I'll go back and forth. We'll go all day with that type of stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying? He makes sense at that.
Before we move on, let's just touch for a second. So we are all sick.
We're all sick.
Okay.
We're all sick. We're all humans. Humans are humans. You cannot hold humanity against itself. You cannot hold humanity against itself.
Just on a scientific level, I just want to say, like, so we're all sick.
All of us.
So every last one of us is sick.
Yes.
So then who deems who is sicker than the other?
If you really think about it, nobody really has the right to.
No one really has the right to. So for me,
so then we should leave everything alone.
Hell no. We should do or not, bro, because at the end of the day, people do get punched in the face. People do get exploited and taken advantage of. I do a bunch of, like I said, I willingly smoke weed. I willingly smoke. So we acknowledge that some things are not as destructive to community, to the society.
So we all don't have no choice but to maneuver through that. This may not be too bad.
But you know, isolation and maiming is a natural occurrence. Even animals like remove the offender. So it's not like the concept. While putting in reality, when you think about it, if you take it and how nature does it, like if there's an offending wolf in a pack, they kill it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So prison is humane to that.
I'd rather kill you. I didn't kill him. Don't even send him to prison. If you caught somebody doing something in the heat of the moment, just do it right then and there.
Yeah, because like in Africa, like there are parts of Nigeria, Ghana, like if I catch you raping, you're dead.
Yeah, stealing. I seen niggas get a tire wrapped around in gasoline for stealing a fucking apple out somebody's backyard.
Morocco is where hand robbery's from. That's where hand robbery law is from. Like you steal a piano.
Yeah,
I think you can go about that, but it's not the healthiest way to go.
Do you think that's better or not?
I believe there's I don't, like I said at the beginning, I don't know what the answer is, but prison is not the answer.
That's a fact.
I would never consider that to be the answer.
But
would you
consider
consider prison the way prison is now and how we know that prison isn't meant to rehabilitate anyone, would you consider that form of prison not cool, or a different form of prison to where it's geared towards helping those individuals to reintegrate them back in society? Is that form of prison okay? So is the form of prison that you don't fuck with?
It's the form of prison.
There we go.
I actually
it's the form. It's what happens in prison because we're not helping their sick.
At all.
The point I'm saying is we're not helping the sickness.
At all.
Yeah.
A guy steps on your shoe and you stab him 3 times, bro. You have anger problems. You have anger problems. You did not have the foresight to woosah for 10 seconds.
Them Space Jams wasn't that fire to
Y'all
stab
could have fought with hands. Y'all could have.
It wasn't.
9 out of 10 times, shit don't even be that serious to even get to the hands.
Nah.
But people get stabbed. People get jumped. People get beat up. You just tell me a story about how somebody got beat up. You see 2 white guys get jumped.
Yeah.
All that stuff is unnecessary.
Right.
It's unnecessary.
Like how I feel about prison.
goes
Like
through.
I feel the idea of prison. Like the I can't think of the word right now because I've been drinking. But like not how prison is actually realized, but the idea of it.
The concept.
The concept of prison makes sense.
The concept of
prison is timeout.
But the execution is the problem.
The concept of prison is timeout.
It's timeout. It's,
Yeah,
hey,
I take that.
you fucked up. Timeout.
Yo, bro, yeah, you
When your timeout's done, you can come back and play.
Right.
But you know what?
The problem
it's
is,
not just timeout, bro. Because if I come in and throw dirt all over the floor and you throw me into the corner to make me think about what I just did, I'm not thinking about this shit responsibly. Like, damn, I should have wiped my feet before I walked.
Not if I just sit you in that corner by your
just sit
motherfucking
me-
self.
But if
just be like, don't
you
care.
sit me in the corner
Time
while
out,
everybody
30
else
seconds.
is eating snacks, but then you on your own time come over here like, yo, bro, not for nothing. Yeah, look at the floor. You know I'm out. And you spend your time.
Exactly. I get it. I get that.
But that's kind of what the trial is. Like in a
That's not what the.
in a perfect situation. You
ever heard of the Salem witch trials, bro?
Hold on. They also weren't going to prison.
They didn't teach you, but dirty.
But no, we're talking about the concept.
Bitches was getting thrown in lakes, nigga.
No,
Ice lakes, nigga.
We're talking
Ice
about
lakes.
but that also wasn't a trial either. Those weren't.
They were telling them like,
Yeah,
my
They
nigga,
weren't
you're a
trials
witch.
at all.
We gonna kill you.
But
Yeah,
like,
that was anybody to be a witch.
Yeah,
Whoever I say is a
outside-
witch, you a witch.
Like, cause like the witch thing was like, yo, I'm gonna drown you, and if you die, you weren't a witch. If you live, you were a witch, and then I'm gonna kill you.
Some dumb
So that shit
nigga
was like totally stupid.
Yeah.
But the concept of a trial is like, hey, I'm gonna show you exactly what you did. You tell me why you think what you did is not wrong. I'm gonna tell you why I think it is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna let other people, non-partisans, look at this and say, hey, I do think you were wrong.
That's
and
the
then we're gonna
concept.
and then we're gonna let everybody who you wronged
Yeah.
come in here and tell you exactly why you fucked
Now
up.
here's what's wrong with
Right.
that concept. I am in a room in a seat by myself. I didn't go to school for this. I'm surrounded by everyone. Everyone in this room went to school for this. Y'all niggas did 20 plus years studying for this conversation. I didn't. I'm a tow truck driver or some shit. The judge went to school for this. The lawyer went to school for this. The cops went to some. All of you guys went to school for this conversation. I didn't.
That's not the concept of it though. That's just how
But
it
this
now.
is what it is.
That's
That's
how
what
it
I'm
is
saying.
now.
This is
But
what it
the
is.
execution,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
execution
That's what
of
I'm
it
saying.
is the
This what
flaw.
Even in concept, I do something wrong, and you guys are now going to have a conversation with me. Nigga, I'm dumb. I'm a farmer. How you gonna have a conversation with me about how I handled the impulse I had? How?
Yeah,
That's not fair.
you know,
You really should
you know-
have a psychologist in here working me through something, but we're not proving. I'm not gonna have. I cannot win a battle of wits.
I would say that's a good
Today,
point.
here's the
Because
problem.
if you think about it, it's even mixed. So if you think about all
Like in
those people,
Socrates' time.
all those people that went to school,
Yo,
all those people that went to
we
school.
gotta move on after this. This is a fucking hour, bro.
Oh really? Damn.
Damn, that
Jail is deep, bro.
But
Real.
think about it. All those people
man.
that obviously went to school, right? Now the people that make the
I'm
determination,
gonna have murder time.
They didn't go to school.
They didn't go to school for none of
none of that shit. All of that shit is mixed into one situation that determines the outcome of the rest of your life. That's just fundamentally flawed. I agree with that.
Because of the short 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the edit point.
Hey,
Boom.
That was a great topic.
It was a great topic.
That was.
It's a very
It hit us
long
with good
topic.
points.
Yeah.
All right, so Nipsey
Fuck
Hussle.
jail.
Nipsey Hussle, his mural was decimated by White John.
I'm glad.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, I hope every single Nipsey Hussle mural erected since his death gets defamed.
Tell us why.
Because the man was not about clout. Is everybody jack that? But this person is, even in conversation, you can see this individual is clearly, his message is, yo, bro, get off the couch, go do something. You believe in this? Put it into action. His message was for people to get into action. And all people do is just be sad.
But don't murals motivate?
No.
I believe they motivate the next
I would
generation.
say more they motivate more than they
No, they don't, bro.
not do anything.
They don't.
Because like murals are for,
you want to know? You
murals
ready?
are for the next generation.
I feel like the mirror. I feel like the mirror invokes the question.
Bro, let's use a case in point. Can we use one case as the representation for a general case? If I make a solid case with one case, can we stand that as a general case?
All right. I would say if
let him go. Let him go.
One case, and let it be the representative of all cases. I am a Nipsey Hussle fan. I follow what he does, right? And if I listen to like a follower of Jesus or a follower